to Basketball Talk Pro. I'm Ron Ekker. Today I'm going to introduce you to actually it's a part of a course that I'm developing for coaches to expand themselves in measuring performance of their team through statistics. And I'm going to give you just a glimpse today of one important part of measuring your offense. In particular, your plays, your fast break, and what I call the third element in basketball, which is kind of an, if it isn't a hidden element, it's an ignored element that is very important and can help you have much more success. The film that I'm going to use is of a game in China. I'll explain on that film why I'm using a Chinese team. In the transfer, though, of that film to an American format, you'll see in the film where it speeds up a little bit. It's really a good film, but it just speeds up a little bit. And I personally make a glitch in the film where I hit a button and it bounces the game to a different part and I have to come back. It only distracts you about 30 seconds. But you know, that's real life. That's what happens when you evaluate films. Now, what I'd like you to understand, when you evaluate your plays, your fast break, you have to make one decision in each of those that affects the accuracy of your evaluation. And that is when a play is run and you get no event from it, such as a shot or a turnover or free throws, and at that point breaks down. The play breaks down. And you have to evaluate the play separate from the breakdown. It's not fair. It's not going to give you a good look at what your plays are doing unless you make this decision. This film goes into that aspect of it. The other area is when you fast break, and when the fast break fails, doesn't really fail, but doesn't create anything, such as a shot or a turnover. Then the players go on their own. That is transition. You must accurately give the credit to the fast break when it is a fast break event, such as a shot or a turnover. But you must also know when it isn't a fast break, and the event that takes place after that is awarded to the transition. So you're accurately measuring both parts. The transition and the breakdown is what I call the third element. There's another third element, a third area, and that is no play. You'll see at least one in this film, recognizing that they don't run a play, they don't run anything. And one area when you're measuring that you must watch for is on an offensive rebound. A team comes down, runs a play, gets a shot, misses the shot, but they rebound their shot, or their missed shot. But they don't take a shot off of the rebound. They throw it out. Now, two things can happen when they do that. They can set up and run a play. Then you evaluate that play. But a lot of times what happens is they throw it out even though they got a new clock and they just go on their own. That is a no play. That isn't a breakdown because they didn't run a play. It isn't a fast break, so it isn't a transition either. We award it to a no play. Now you can accurately measure your performance. I'll do a lot of this explanation again in the film but I wanted you to be introduced to it before you saw the film. So now, let's go to the film. Okay, this is going to be a Chinese game, as I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention. The reason I'm doing a Chinese game is because the NBA is kind of sensitive about using their films for things like this. The Chinese people, though, are not that sensitive about it. At least they won't know know we're doing it. But you'll see they run NBA plays. There's a little difference. You'll notice that there are no foreign players at the beginning here. A lot of times they don't play their foreign players early in the game because they're limited to 2 quarters. There's a little uh, caveat to that. I think they can all play in the fourth period. I never did understand exactly how it went, but I know they can't play. Foreign players can't play the whole game. So I'll just talk to you through this. It'll take some time, 15, 20 minutes, but I'm going to try to work through the situations that you have to make decisions on while you're grading films. So we'll start here with the jump ball. The, the noise from the crowd is pretty loud. I'm going to stop this and turn that down a little bit so we don't hear all that crowd noise. Okay. But what's going to happen here, I think, yeah, it is. They're setting up, this is a play. It's a middle pick and roll, and you should be diagramming this, and we don't have a name, just give it a number for now. Okay. Um, this is so far is not really a breakdown. Um, it's part of that play, the middle pick and roll. Uh, but we'll see if he's either going to pass or shoot here. Okay, I would still evaluate that as part of the play. It's very close to a breakdown, but I think it's still part of the play. Should be awarded part of the play because the play created it, and so that was a layup made for that team. Now, uh, when you're doing games, you should only do one team. But I'm going to use both teams as examples. But when you do it yourself, don't try to do two teams at once. I, I've done this for thousands of games. I can't do two teams at once without making a lot of mistakes. Now White's got the ball. Now I noticed that Jimmy Clemens is the American coach for that white team, and I'm almost sure they will run some kind of modification, if not the real thing, to the triangle. And there it is, setting up in the triangle. One of their ways of doing it, when you hit the wing and go to the corner. Uh, and this is the weak side man. They always have another point guard out here. They're swinging to the weak side. Then there's going to be this guy's going to set a double screen with that guy, and they'll go to the weak side. Then this guy just is going to cut on into the corner. They stay in that triangle. They're very good at it. I don't know about this team is good at it. Coach uh, Jackson's team was good at it. Okay, regarded this as an overplay. I've got to back up. Somehow we hit the wrong button here. Take a look at it again. I'm sorry about that. Got this far. This is still part of the play. This is something they do if they feel this guy is playing overplayed. They flash the guy in there. This guy will make a back cut on this. Part of the play. That's an uncontested C that he's taking that shot. You got to have that. That's on your worksheet. It should be on your worksheet. He misses. This team gets the rebound. Let's see. Now, this is coming down on a fast break. They're bringing it down pretty quick, but you can see most of the defense is back. The reason is they didn't throw the ball far enough out. The defense got back pretty easily. We'll see if they set up or if they go right in and attack that defense. They should attack it because they're all messed up. But he pulled it out. It's going to run three. It looked like three to me. You should get the number down, and then we'll look and see what the play is, and you can diagram it. A little pick on that weak side. I can see it setting up. Well, they really ran this guy off, and then this guy came up to the top. Uh, you got that. Well, that's well, maybe that guy's going to get it on that weak side. You have to have that play down, and you have to mark it as a play. But now, since he got it, now this becomes breakdown. This isn't a part of that play. The guy just made a bad pass, but it was saved. So now they're in breakdown. This is a random pick and roll. We do not in breakdown. We do not call this a screen and roll because it's part of the breakdown. Nothing so far. Okay. What happened here is they're still in transition. These guys are still trying to figure it out. This guy got lost. That's why you keep attacking at the end of a break or in a breakdown because the defense is not set. This guy's going to get a wide open shot. On the breakdown, you mark a C uncontested. Uncontested. She misses. So now you would mark that as a C. You make a mark on an uncontested, but you don't circle it because he missed the shot. Now they're in fast break, but again, the ball didn't come out deep enough. So we'll see. I think they're going to attack. It looks like it. And he does. Okay, that's part of transition. That isn't a fast break. They did fast break, turned into transition. So now we'll see what happens. He's definitely in transition. Passes to this guy, and he's fouled. So we're going to mark two free throws in transition and see what where the points go. He gets two free throws, number 33, I think it is. It is. He makes the first one. So you should have two X's under free throws in transition for this team and circle one of the X's. I want to tell you something. If you're doing a game and this isn't your team, fast forward through the free throws. It just you don't need to know them, and it just speeds up your time a little bit. But I'm trying to give you examples on both, so it'll be a little slower. Oh, that guy knocked it out, so it's a made. You get 2 points on transition from free throws. Now, after a free throw made, it's always going to be a setup because the defense is set. There's a little press here, but I don't call this a press. So they're setting up. I think I saw him signal five. So you can take a look now and see what five is, and whatever the play is, you can give it that call. He gets fouled. I don't know what they were going to run. So now you make sure that you know that it's a foul on that setup. And because we don't know what they were going to run, call it a no play and then a foul. Now they're going to have a sideline out of bounds. So you mark a side out of bounds. And there is a play setting up here. You can see it over here. This guy's going to, I think, go over and set a screen. Let's see what happens. You got it marked as a side out of bounds. Okay, that's a breakdown. That is definitely a breakdown. They're setting the play up over here, trying to run it, and this guy just broke the play. So now you go to breakdown. On the breakdown, he misses the shot. It's a layup missed, but it's going to be a rebound made. It's a rebound made in that breakdown. So as side out of bounds, marked, breakdown marked, layup missed, and a rebound made, circled. Okay, let's see. Uh, uh, Jimmy it moved away from the triangle, though sometimes even the Lakers run this. This is the flex. It's a flex, and it's a play. So if you were doing this team, you draw the flex, give it a number because you don't have a name for it, and see what happens. Okay. He's going to take a shot. That's off the flex. It's a C. We award this a contest, even though it's a poor one. It'd be a one. So let's see what happens on it. This is part of the flex play. Miss. He missed that contested shot, a one, and see what. So on that play, it's a rebound made. That's awarded to the flex because the play created the rebound situation. That's Jimmy Clemens, by the way. He was Coach Jackson's assistant for some time. Okay, what that was for the dark team in the dark uniforms, is a fast break made, and then a turnover. Nothing happened, just a fast break made, and it was a legitimate fast break made. Turnover. Now, the white team has a fast break steal. A fast break steal. We'll see what happens. Pass. This guy didn't know what he was doing, but that guy made the call over there. That's a turnover. The guy threw it out. The guy couldn't handle it. It's a turnover. So on the fast break steal, you mark a turnover. Oh, here's the five. I'm sorry, that other one I thought was a five, but this is the five. So let's see what five is. What you should do is go back to what I thought was a five, but that ended up being a no play anyway, so I don't think you have to worry about it. But if you had made a mistake on the call, just go back and correct it on the diagram and on the worksheet. And then now it'll be this play. Maybe it'll be the same play. I don't know. Okay, you saw the play. So far, it's still part of the play. I call that a breakdown. That isn't part of the play. You don't want to award points to the play when it isn't the play. This is a breakdown. Layup, that's a layup missed. Okay, same guy gets the rebound though that missed the layup. And now he gets fouled. So he gets two free throws. And that's part of the breakdown. This guy was at our school for about a month with that team. Um, kind of a funny practice situation ahead. Okay, let's see. Part of the breakdown still. Free throws. Made the first one. Put it under breakdown. Should have two X's there. Missed layup, and now two free throws. He missed the second one. I don't think they'll break. They're back in. I think they're back in flex. It looks like to me. No, they were setting up for it over here, but it's a breakdown now. You see how many breakdowns people have? How little they get off of plays. Okay, that's a B. Contested. Missed. There was a foul there, right there. So White'll have the ball out of bounds. They'll have the ball on an end line out of bounds, and they're going to run a play. That doesn't surprise me. Well, let's see what happens on the end line out of bounds play. Okay. Shot. That's part of the end line out of bounds play. He just made a move. Contested shot, so you don't have to do anything because it's you only mark the uncontested. Missed. Offensive rebound made. So end line out of bounds. C, contested missed. Offensive rebound layup. You just put it as an offensive rebound. An R, you go to the R, put a hash mark, and circle it for it's made. Part of part of that play. Well, this is a no play. You mark this a no play. That guy just likes to drive a lot, so it's definitely a no play. You mark that. Let's see what the call is, or I couldn't tell. I think it's going to be White out of bounds, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was White out of bounds, so that was a turnover on that no play. regardless of how much they argue, it was a good call. Now, now you start seeing the Americans come in, and I think this is a little bit early, but I don't know why they brought him in so early. Okay, let's see what happens here. Triangle. You saw the play before. Guy flashes in anytime there's overplay on that point guard. Then he makes a back cut. So you should have that play. It's still part of the play. Uh, it's part of the play. You have to give it part of the play because that's what they do. They swing it to that weak side. The guy missed the cut down here. But so that's a D, I believe, and it was contested, missed. Okay, they keep the ball. Now, this isn't. This is just gonna. You don't have to do anything more than give them that D missed, and then you're gonna go to an end line out of bounds. End line out of bounds. Same play. This is still part of the play, but now it's not. Now they break down. End line, you mark that. Now you mark breakdown. It's a B missed, and it was contested, so you don't have to mark anything down. Same team gets the no, I'm sorry. The black gets the rebound. So this is a defensive rebound. Now, see where this guy gets the ball? There's not going to be any fast break. You got to get the ball down farther. And so let's see what happens. They're going to probably push it, but okay, this is transition. Fast break, transition. That little guy goes fast, but he doesn't get much done. And but now they're in transition. See, the defense is there, but they're not set. I don't even know if that guy's guarding that guy. This guy is kind of lost. That's why you attack. Uncontested, uncontested C in the transition. This is why you get good shots in transition if you really attack. And he made it. Okay, that's about as far as I can go. I'm hopeful that you can see the decisions you got to make. Now, I was doing both teams. That is a little more difficult. Focus on one team. But you see, you have to make decisions on almost every play. You have to be consistent in those decisions. You have to award the play, the points to the play if it's part of the play. But if it's not, don't give the play that kind of an evaluation. It really makes your decisions poor. So mark it to a breakdown. You have to draw that line. And most of the time, it's a breakdown if it's questionable. But you make up the decision and stay consistent. Do the same thing every time that situation comes up. But that's 25 minutes now. About all I can let you have. Really, you should go through a film or two with me to get it all. So you may have to, you know, email me or something if you have questions. But now you're into deep stuff. When you're doing this kind of thing, you definitely are
getting a lot of basketball, and I think you're learning a lot, but you're helping your team because whichever team you took, they play offense and defense, and so uh, you are grading their film, their offense against an opponent's defense. And when they go on defense, there's not much you can do in this kind of a chart unless you're charting defense, and we're going to look at that next. So that will be it for this film.
Well, there you have the film. Let me just mention one thing to you. That film is about 1/3 of a lesson that we have in the course. So in that course, there will be forms for measuring it that we will make available, and a much deeper explanation prior to the film. But this is just a glimpse of what you can do. You could, from what you've seen, you could start doing it on your own, make up a form or use it on a pad to get yourself acclimated to it. But you almost have to take the course to really get the full benefit of it. Well, that's it for today. I hope everything's going well for you. The tournaments are starting. March Madness is almost on us. Exciting time of the year. So enjoy basketball. Thank you.